He comes in with a fighting record of 1 fight, 1 win. That 1 win coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing bouncing Oluwasegun Mustapha. He's opening across the ring. He comes in with a record of 3 bouts, no win, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Give it up for Ahmed Ganiyu. There is instructions to the 2 fighters now. This bout is for 4 rounds.
Welcome to the 4th fight of the night. Of course, this one is a national welterweight contest. In the blue corner is Oluwasegun bouncing Mustapha, while in the red corner is Ahmed Ganiyu. Bouncing Mustapha is the one in the white trunk with yellow stripe, while Ahmed is on the yellow trunk with the mohawk hairstyle. Promised to be another exciting one, the national welterweight contest. Who comes off victorious in this one? 4 rounds of this national welterweight contest fight. King of the Rings, 2nd edition in the city of Lagos. The balance in terms of height. They're still sizing themselves up from the first round. Ahmed Ganiyu in the yellow trunk, taking on Oluwasegun Mustapha. The bouncing man in the white trunk on yellow stripes. National welterweight contest, this one.
You heard it from Ralph Chidozie George, the ring announcer earlier. This is war. This is a grudge bout between these 2 guys. They know themselves inside out, and they have unfinished business that both boxers want to finish up quickly. The bouncing in white really wants to get the better of his opponent, talking about Eshe, which means punch. You know, Eshe is punch in Yoruba, and that's exactly what he's trying to do, to ensure that he outpunches his opponent. I will see how things go. The 2 boxers having different styles to their boxing. Eshe is somebody who relies a lot more, you know, on his punches that he throws, while bouncing is more of a powerful boxer who's an explosive one as well. still back in it here. And this is the real contest here. Hamed Eshe Ganiyu up against the one they call Oluwasegun bouncing Mustapha. Big time boxing grudge match that we're witnessing here. George, a gift, my man, with me here on commentary right here at the King of the Ring Season 2. And like we said, it took a 4-year hiatus and we're back in the city of Lagos, here at the sports hall of the Echo Club in Surulere, Lagos. Getting ready for the second round of this fourth bout of the night. We've got 6 more to go, so do not go anywhere. Real boxing action coming out of Nigeria, coming your way soon.
He has been absolutely fantastic so far. Still much more boxing, still to look out for. Of course, the title fight still coming up. But these ones so far been quite interesting to watch. Now, it's quite difficult to see boxers that know themselves, how they approach this one. They know their style, they know what the other can offer. So at the moment, they're still trying to calculate, still trying to understand the rhythm of the particular fight, how it's going to turn out. Nobody wants to make themselves vulnerable in this one.
And also, as we go into the second round, let's also let you know that something interesting will be coming up in shortly. We're going to be witnessing some women's boxing in just a matter of minutes from now. And it promises to be exciting as well. 2 of Nigeria's most exciting women boxers, brightest prospects that we have right here, will be entertaining the crowd right here at the event brought to you by Monarch Events and Promotions, supported and of course in collaboration with the Nigeria Boxing Board of Control. So stick around, do not go anywhere. We also have the main event still coming up as well, and that will see Tasif Khan, England-Pakistani boxer, up against Ghana's Gabriel Larie, and we're looking forward to that.
Well, we're still looking up to the main event, but this one, they're still trying to size themselves up in the second round. Body shots now from Ganiyu.
And interestingly, George, the tempo of the fight has gone down from how they started. They literally started like a house on fire. That's a knee there. That's a body punch. Was that below the belt? Okay, so it's the teeth guard that is off, and it needs to have it washed there. And that's the most sensible thing to do. I wonder why that wasn't washed and that was just stuck back in it.
Well, the boxers just want to get going.
I guess so. And so, still watching the fourth bout of the night, King of the Ring 2, and big punch coming there from Hamed Ganiyu, but really did from bouncing rather. Oluwasegun bouncing Mustapha, but it didn't really connect. So Hamed Ganiyu, Eshe, dancing around, looking for an opening. This is still very close at this point in time. What was lovely combination coming from bouncing, but the punches are not as accurate as you expect them to be.
I think the problem here is that they have almost the same fighting style, the same technique. They try to outwit each other with their strategy, their game plan, but it seems to be similar. So the other person knows what this other one wants to do. So it's just not working perfectly in terms of the execution of their tactics, of their game plan.
I quite agree with you. It's like they're both neutralizing each other.
Exactly. That's the issue right there.
And there's pretty much a great amount of respect between both boxers. So they are really very cautious about it. And there you have it. End of the second round right here at the sports hall of Echo Club, which is obviously King of the Ring 2.
Because we are not the stars. We know. These guys are the stars. You are the commentators. We know, but you shouldn't push
all the time?
You don't come all the time, you just come once.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, say now we dey collect the camera. Okay now. Nice one, anyways. Don't worry, play go. Play go. You know why I'm protecting this thing? We're changing microphone. And it's not the best thing. It's not professional. So I don't want it to be too much in their face. That's why. If the microphone, we had one each, you can stay on us as long as you want.
Most times I do, when he's with the mic, I do him alone. Okay. That's closer.
Third round right here, and we are on the way. Not so much of an exciting and explosive bout for a grudge match and a welterweight, national welterweight challenge. I've not seen so much. Lovely there coming from Bouncing, who's trying to counter Hamid Ganiyu.
Almost turning into a wrestling match.
Yeah, because Hamid Ganiyu was actually, clinching on Bouncing, and Bouncing didn't like that at all. He wanted to go straight for it, and you can see again that clinching. It could be a strategy by Ganiyu trying to, frustrate his opponent, but Oluwasegun Bouncing doesn't want any bit of that. And brilliant defensive boxing there coming from Bouncing, who is spotting the white trap. Oh, and another big one there coming from Hamid Ganiyu.
I think what Bouncing is doing is wait. When the man comes inside and lands his punches, he steps aside, then lands a counter punch. He's just gradually waiting for the man to make himself vulnerable with his punches, steps aside, then counter punch him. But it might not work out perfectly well if the man has a killer punch. If you're waiting, calculating, probably this man has a killer punch and you get yourself knocked out.
Absolutely, and that's where that style of boxing can be very, very difficult. It does look like it's picking up once again, and the fans want to see more. And of course, urging both boxers to give them what they have come here to see, which is explosive boxing action.
I mean, 3 rounds just flown by. I mean, you just can't imagine how 3 rounds just flown by, and these guys have not really brought out their A games. Not like they've not brought out their A games. It's just because they seem to understand each other's approach, each other's style of boxing, and that has made the fight so close. I think boxers don't want to make themselves vulnerable. So there's too much calculation in this particular fight.
Too much caution. That's the problem.
Exactly.
And that's his causing. They need to let go. Boxing is all about you releasing those arms. Let them do their job. But if you don't release them, points are not going to be scored on the scorecard of the judges. And that's what people want to see. That's what the corners want to see as well. In as much as they do that, they also expect them to protect themselves. That's why they say, raise your hands up. Protect yourself. Throw the punches.
At all times, of course. Oh, now Bouncing. Almost caught him with the right hook. But stepped aside at the right time. Talking about Hamid. And that will do it for the 3rd round. Just one more round to go. If these guys can bring it up. If these guys can go for the killer punches. If these guys can take it to the next level. They're fighting at the same level. They're fighting at the same pace, the same strategy, the same skill. But one person needs to take the risk. One person needs to come inside and say, I want this one more.
I totally agree with you. But then, of course, all said and done, one more round to go. And we would expect that whoever wants it more should come and show it. Because right now, both of them are inseparable, to be honest. It's going to be a very difficult one. And so far, so good. I envisage a draw. But let's see what this 4th and final round has in store for us.
Fourth and final round in this national welterweight fight. It's been close, it's been keenly contested, it's been energy sharpened from both boxers. Well, with the swing, both boxers seem to be evenly matched. But it all comes down to who wants it more. Oluwasegun Mustapha against Ganiyu. Well, I think it's going to be difficult for the judges to score this one because both boxers are punching, stepping aside almost at the same time.
And that's exactly what we talked about, you know. They know each other's style. That's why we called it a grudge match. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to see the animosity in these guys. Sometimes, yeah, you know, animosity is not something you should have. But when you're in the ring, it's all about the animosity. You must want to, like, take your opponent out. And if you don't have that, I mean, a boxing bout is not a friendly affair. You're not going there to say, oh, this is my guy, I don't want to get him injured. It's all about not getting somebody injured, but you want to beat that person in the ring. And we are not seeing, oh, big one, big massive punch, a right hook coming from Eshe, Hamid Ganiyu. But how many times have we been able to see this consistently? That is the real problem. And it does look like bouncing is tiring out. This could be the chance for Eshe to get in some points and see if he can sway the decision in his favor.
And sooner they do that, the better. Time taking away this one. Where will this one swing? Who comes out victorious in this welterweight national fight? Well, somebody needs to come up with something quick.
Absolutely, and so far so good. Both boxers, you know, neutralize account. That looked like a shove for me. I don't think Eshe was actually punched. And you see, Bouncing really wants to get himself out of that clinch coming from Eshe, who seems to be a bit more of the intelligent fighter right here. He knows when to clinch his opponent, and he knows when to go on the inside. And this is almost done and dusted. A few seconds left before the bell, and there you have it.
Like you said, it was a grudge fight. It was just energy fight. The punches were not too clean for me, if you ask me. The punches were not just too clean enough.
And there you have it. That's the end of the fourth bout of the night. But you know, boxers will always come to the side of the ring, climb the ring, you know, hail their fans. Even when the performance has not been convincing enough, you know, it's all about trying to get the fans to come behind you, trying to get the judges to see things from your point of view, which are sometimes does not work that way.
Most times it doesn't work at all. The judges have their mind made up already.
Okay, we wait for the official decision from the ring announcer, Ralph Chidozie George.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout went the distance. And after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. George Constance Chinagoram scores the fight 40-37. George Tayo Life scores it 39-37. And George Sherwa Tisoria scored it 36-40 for the winner by unanimous decision, Oluwasegun Mustapha. And